106.5 KWHL.
Hey, Jacoby. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just chilling over at a friend's house.
That's amazing. That's exactly what I was going to ask you first. Where are you right now?
I am in the home office of my friend in Folsom, California, right down the street from old Folsom Prison where Johnny Cash recorded his record.
Yeah, and the classic Folsom Prison Blues. Why'd he shoot him in Reno? It's terrible. So we've got you here in Anchorage, Alaska on Saturday. This is exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be banging, man. I'm excited to come up this way. We had a really good time last time we rolled through, and so when we saw the opportunity open up for us to come and fill the date, I guess Theory of the Dead Man wasn't able to make. They weren't able to make it up there, so y'all wanted the best. But guess what? They're not going to show up, so you got Papa Roach, baby. Woo!
And you guys kill it in concert, though, and you don't have any throat problems going on right now. So this is best for both worlds, you know?
But I tell you, man, my heart goes out to that boy in Theory of the Dead Man because I've been in his shoes before. I had to go get a surgery on my voice a few years ago, and it was utterly terrifying.
Did you have polyps?
Yeah.
And how do those happen?
Just singing too much. Especially when you've been out on the road for like over a year to a year and a half. It's just, when you're doing this 5 nights a week, it wears on you. It just beats you down. It's like, it ain't a guitar string. You can change a guitar string, but you can't change a vocal cord. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're in Fairbanks on Friday, here in Anchorage on Saturday. Do you have any shows directly before that? Are we going to get you all nice and rested?
Dude, you guys got us nice. I'm like a caged animal right now, dude. I'm telling you, man. Just did a show in Vegas last week, and it was like I just exploded. It was insane. And so we find that when we've been doing these shows where we'll just fly out on the weekend and do a couple shows, we're just on fire. You will see P-Roach at our best.
Now, obviously, your concerts are like an action movie, if you could, compare them to any kind of movie. But which action movie do you think best describes Papa Roach live in concert Saturday at Coots?
Iron Man, dog. So we're coming to rip that place up, baby.
You know it. Dude, you're going to throw down. The entire Avengers crew is going to be there. Hulk's going to smash. Thor's going to hammer it down. It's going to be just a battle.
For real.
So I've been Instagram stalking you, and you guys been working in the studio. Tell me about, are we looking at a new album, potentially?
Yeah, we got a new record coming out at the top of 2015. This record, we're very proud of what we came up with. Album's called Fear, Face Everything and Rise, and it's a banger. We went in and worked with the producers that produced Five Finger Death Punch. They also produced Ozzy Osbourne, In This Moment, and just some really just classic heavy tones. And so we wanted to work with a producer that worked in that heavier realm and kind of shake them up a little bit. And so there's elements of, hard rock, elements of heavy metal, elements of pop, elements of, it's just all over the place, man. But it's another classic Papa Roach record. I'm very proud of it.
How does Papa Roach write a record?
This time it was very different than last time. Last time we recorded our record in our hometown studio in Sacramento.
The Connection, correct?
Yeah, it was, The Connection. And so that was like, every day we'd leave our house and go to the studio. And, I was going through some personal turmoil in my life at that time. And the music was really and truly my saving grace. And very proud of that record as well. But when we went in to make this new record, we had been out on the road for, a year and a half, and we came home and we were like, you know what, instead of taking a bunch of time off, let's just go straight in the studio with our road chops. We're playing really tight. And let's just go in. We didn't have any material written. And we went into the studio. We're like, okay, cool, we're ready to record the record. And the producer's like, do you have any material? We're like, nope. And he's like, perfect. Let's get after it. And it was like a floodgate opened, to be completely honest. And this record, if I were to die tomorrow, I'd be happy with this being my last statement as a musician.
You're talking about turmoil during the recording of The Connection. Now, you're not only married, but you've been married, right?
Yeah, man. Coming up on like 20 years. We're celebrating 17 years married in July, this month.
Any advice for a rock and roll marriage?
You just gotta really and truly just love each other. That's it. If you're not in love or you don't, there's no fire, there's no point. we've had to fight for that fire to come back to life at times in our relationship. And, you know, it's funny. We say the only reason we haven't gotten a divorce yet is because we haven't wanted to get a divorce at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm out and she's in. There's been moments where she's out and I'm in. But when you work through those really hard times, that's the glue that gets you to stick together for longer. So it looks like, you know, this is like we're about to have grandkids together. You know what I mean? You know, that's how I plan it.
So we've got you Saturday night. Coots, few tickets still available. Who are your frontman idols?
Oh, frontman idols. Freddie Mercury from Queen. Zach De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine. I'd say those two right there. That could sum it up.
I think you're actually like the perfect mixture of the two. Like, you have an amazing between song stage banter, which is, you know, kind of rare in rock and roll.
That's what rock is missing, man. This is a message to all the potential frontmen out there. Go take some lessons from some of the greats in history, you know? It's like, I was just a really big Queen fan growing up, and I just thought the way that Freddie Mercury could, like, just captivate an audience and just have them in the palm of his hand, like, that was like, oh. But it took us years to kind of fashion that, you know, tightness as a rock and roll band. Papa Roach, we've been a band for 20 years now, you know, so it wasn't something that just came about right off the bat. It was something that, you know, just naturally developed after years and years of touring, you know? Mm-hmm. Some people just got it and some people don't, but I'm trying to hang on to this thing with all my life.
You know what, mentioning, like, some people aren't into it, so there is a continuing article on the AV Club called Hate Song, and one woman named Jen, you know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
So this gal from Y Oak, she talks about how she hates your song Scars. Then you do the classiest move that I have ever seen on the internet.
This.
Yeah, you remember this now. Yeah, she goes on the internet.
Yeah, dude, I sent her some flowers. I wrote the lyrics to the song. She was like, this is the most terrible song ever. And then, like, posted it up on some web blog, and my manager was like, oh, you're going to get a kick out of this. So I read it, and then we were playing in New York City the same night they were. So I sent over a big old beautiful bushel of flowers, and I wrote the lyrics to Scars on it, you know, and just said, like, touche, you know, because, I mean, it is what it is, dude. People are going to hate it. I will stand by the fact that I am passionate, and I throw my life into it, and it's a reflection of my life and the people around me, their lives, you know, and so it's real, and it's honest, and it's pure, and that's all I could be, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Well, that was a really classy move of you. One quick thing, if you could go back and talk to your younger self and give him one piece of advice about the music industry, what would you say to him?
I'd just be like, put that bottle of vodka down right now, dude. At least just try to monitor yourself, man, because I destroyed a lot of... Man, I created a lot of turmoil with my substance abuse, you know what I'm saying? And but the thing is my younger self probably wouldn't have listened to my older self. I was young, dumb, full of just ready to roll, dude, you know, and that was where I was at, you know. But it's just, as years go on and you learn more about life, your priorities change, the focuses in your life change, the things that you love change, and it's interesting, man, as I grow in this band, it's like the music is just always there. It's always that constant reminder of what I've been through, where I'm going, where I'm headed, you know, and it's some of these songs are great reminders for me when I get on stage, when I sing them, of what not to do and what to do.
The legitimate face of my evil empire.
K-Whale.